Welcome back to Tonight on Breaking. It's now 25 weeks to the 2023 general elections, and the political parties are trying to tie up loose ends before the upcoming campaign season. Last weekend, Atiku Abubakar, the presidential candidate for PDP, and his party rival, Governor Wike, tried to reconcile their differences by setting up a conciliatory committee with representatives from each side. I know what you're thinking. Is this soap opera still going on? Unfortunately, yes. Wike is still going through the 7 stages of grief, and right now, he seems to be going back and forth between bargaining and anger, but every once in a while, you throw in a bit of dancing. As you know, Wike was shocked when Atiku picked Okowa as his VP. Then he was in denial, then angry, and now he's been trying to bargain with Atiku. The two men, Atiku and Wike, had their first face-to-face meeting in Abuja back in the beginning of this month, and at the end of the meeting, they agreed to allow their representatives to continue to meet on their behalf to work out their differences. The meeting between the representatives, which was held on Friday, ended up being unsuccessful as the representatives failed to reach an agreement. Wike wants the resignation of PDP's national chairman, Iyorchia Ayu, while Atiku wants him to remain in the position until after the elections. Okay, this drama between Atiku and Wike is now dragging on for too long. Look, Atiku, this is simple. Wike just wants to know that you are willing to fire someone, anyone, in order to win him back. You wouldn't fire Okowa for him. Now you're saying you won't even fire Ayu for him. So who are you willing to fire to keep this man? Please, Atiku, fire somebody. We can't take this for much longer. Moving on, during a conference on Sunday in Zamfara State, Zamfara's Deputy Governor Hassan Nasiha declared that one of the bandit kingpins, Bello Turji, has repented and embraced peace. You know what? I wouldn't blame our security forces, and God bless them if they are just a bit frustrated. Because on the one hand, we give them orders to shoot anyone who is a bandit. And then on the other hand, we say, oops, don't shoot, never mind, they repented. Remember that it was just back in November last year that the federal court prescribed banditry. We passed a law which states that all forms of banditry is terrorism, and if anyone is caught, they will be liable for prosecution. The president even ordered security agencies to shoot anyone who is not authorized to hold military-grade weapons like the AK-47. Zamfara State even has a law which was passed in June this year that says anyone found guilty of banditry and related crimes is liable to the death penalty. So, how on God's green earth is this guy, Bello Turji, still alive? Okay, even if you don't want to shoot him, why is he still roaming around freely? And he even has a Wikipedia page. I mean, come on. Guys, I'm tired. You know what? Fine, Zamfara. Don't shoot him. Don't prosecute him. Continue to believe this guy has repented and accepted peace. And by the way, he just happened to find peace right when the military escalated their fight against banditry. So let's all wait and see what happens after the military offensive is over. On Monday this week, the Nigerian Bar Association held their 62nd annual general conference in Echo Hotels, Victoria Island, Lagos State. The event was attended by a lot of politicians and dignitaries, including the presidential candidate for Labour Party, Peter Obi, and the presidential candidate for PDP, Atiku Abubakar. The presidential candidate for the APC, Bola Asiwaju Tinubu, couldn't make it to the occasion, so he sent his running mate, Senator Kashim Shettima. Now, we know you're expecting us to focus on what Shettima wore to the event, but we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to focus on what the man said. Shettima gave a speech on Tinubu's behalf. In his speech, Shettima spoke on Tinubu's track record in transforming Lagos, and he even threw in quotes from great people like Chinua Achebe, Jim Obia, and this quote from Dr. Martin Luther King.
And the ultimate measure of a man, as Martin Luther King said, is not why he stands at times of comfort and convenience, but why he stands at times of challenges and difficulties.
Let's try this for a quote. The ultimate measure of a man is that he's able to stand in the first place. Also during the event, the presidential candidates for the PDP and Labour Party delivered speeches. Atiku Abubakar spoke on the current situation in the country and how unity, economy, security, and devolution of power must be confronted. Meanwhile, Peter Obi came out and spoke for nearly 5 minutes on why he thinks Nigeria now has the qualities of a failed state.
Nigeria have qualified to be a failed state. Today, we are among the top terrorized countries of the world, top kidnapping countries of the world. Bandits have taken over some parts of this country. Nigerians are being killed daily. All sorts of criminality is going on daily. Oil is today 80% stolen. Your unemployment is one of the worst in the world because you have a combined unemployment of 50%. But what is even worse, we're in a physical mess.
Please, Mr. Obi, tell us, how exactly is that making Nigeria attractive for investment? Who would want to invest in a failed state? Who would invest in funding a presidential candidate for a failed state? I mean, do the math. Well, that's all for tonight on Breaking. The Milkmaid starring our own Anthonieta Kalunta is still streaming on Amazon Prime. Watch it tonight. And also check out our latest episode of The Backstory. It's about how beating your kids could be turning them into victims of domestic abuse. The link is right there. I'm Johnny Woody. Campaign season officially kicks off on September 28th. In the meantime, keep doing your homework. Thank you.